In Leroy Hoard, who has experienced things that we have never experienced, played with guys who have gotten knocked out for the season. And Leroy, can you imagine that? Can you believe is the better way to phrase it?
Bro.
Believe the news we got this morning out of Cleveland.
Man, I was feeling so damn good, right? Feeling good. Deshaun looked like he was turning. The only thing I wanted from Deshaun was to get 4, 5, 6 solid weeks in so he can get comfortable. Because, for the last 2 years, it's been play some, not some, play some. He needed to get a stretch to where, and it looked like he was starting to get comfortable, So it's unfortunate, but let's be real, right? I said this before. You had Deshaun Watson for those plays at the end of the game. You see what I'm saying? Those are what those special quarterbacks can do at the end of those games in those tough situations. There's a handful of quarterbacks that can do it. He was one of those guys. It doesn't mean the Browns can't win. But when you get in those moments, when you get in those crucial moments, you want everybody to look at who's under center and have confidence and say we can roll with him. And that's the thing that's going to be missed because it seemed like, just this whole attitude of the team, both defensively and offensively, especially up front, especially on the lines of scrimmage, they've been dominating. Mm-hmm. And it goes to show you, see, Bull, we got in this conversation about yards per carry.
Yep.
It ain't how many yards, it's how many carries. And when you do that, I saw something that I thought I'd never see happen to a Baltimore Ravens defense. When a 4-yard gain became a 14-yard gain.
Yep.
You have to go back a long time before you show me some footage when you see that. And so that's from that pounding all game. That's from them carries all game where it didn't look like it was much.
Yep.
But then all of a sudden, when you get to that critical moment, that 4 yards becomes 14. That's why you run the ball, okay? Now, there's going to be more of that's going to be required, and there's probably going to be more pressure put on the defense because the defense has been balling.
Leroy, listen, let me ask you this. If you're in that locker room right now, okay?
Yeah.
There's no, listen, Deshaun Watson's a very good quarterback. The guys you have are not good quarterbacks. Nobody you're going to pick off the street is going to be anywhere close to Watson. But you want to try to get, you certainly want to try to get the best guy available. But when you're a team that's 6-3, that looks like a team that could be a Super Bowl winner or a contender at the very least, and you lose a quarterback and the drop is so big, how do the rest of the players handle that? Because it's easy to say next man up, but it's different at quarterback.
There's 2 ways you can look at it, right? Now, the one thing I'll say about this team, right, is that there's 3 guys on that team that have changed the attitude of that team from everyone. And in years past, and I sent out this tweet, I said in years past, this game would have been over after the first quarter.
Sure.
I say, why isn't it? There's 3 guys, okay? There's Jim Schwartz, Callahan, and Deshaun Watson. Okay? And forget about Deshaun Watson's play. But just look how they rallied behind that dude. Right? I mean, even though he wasn't playing well, the team had confidence in him that he was going to get it going. That defense is playing unbelievable. I mean, you go down 14-0 and they score 17 points the whole rest of the game. So they go 3.5 quarters. And keep in mind, the offense gave him one of those touchdowns. And then you look at that O-line with all the shuffling and all the back and forth and guys being moved, and you're able to do that? Yeah. The attitude is different on this team. So before I talk about the drop-off at quarterback, before I even suggest or insinuate that it's over because they don't have Deshaun Watson, I want to see how the rest of the team responds. I want to see what Kevin Stefanski does offensively. I want to see what the O-line and D-line does. I want to see if that defense can turn it up a notch and stop the other team and keep the Browns in every game. And then we'll see. Will the games look different? Absolutely. And they should. Because Deshaun Watson ain't the quarterback. But can they be productive? Yes. Because I've seen the way these guys have played at every other position, and they've been dominant. And if you're that dominant in that many areas of the football team, if you're that dominant, I don't care how good the player is you lose. You're going to have a hard time telling me that the rest of that can't compete.
And that's exactly why I'm not crushed. Exactly what he just said.
I'm crushed for him.
I'm crushed for him. I'm crushed for him. But look, this fan base has faced worse. Here's the issue. And you're right, G. Bush. If they play that game 10 times against San Francisco, Cleveland wins 1 or 2 with P.J. Walker. But they did it, and they did it because of the spirit that Leroy is talking about. This team has something special. And is it going to be easy? Of course not. It's going to be way more difficult. But I believe that, I'm definitely not ready to fold up the suitcase and say, well, bring on 2024.
Well,
no
of course
way.
not.
Of course
and neither
not.
should the Browns, and neither should their front office. That's why they got to get a quarterback.
Well, Leroy, let me ask you this.
But wait, can I ask Bush a question? Wait, let me ask Bull a question.
Yeah.
What's the hardest position on the football field to fill?
I would say quarterback.
Corner.
In sports.
What the hell makes you think they just go find one?
No. He's
Leroy.
Leroy. He's wrong. It's corner.
Leroy.
It's cornerback.
I'm not.
Yeah, but guess what? No, wait.
Yeah.
But check this out. Let me tell you this. If I got them 4 dudes up front, I can make an average cornerback look good.
You can with pressure.
Yeah.
Right. That's my point.
Let me answer your question. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. There's no easy solution out there. But what I would do if I was the Browns, knowing that P.J. Walker is not an NFL quarterback, DTR's a rookie, we don't know what he is, I would say I'm scouring whatever's left. I'm bringing somebody in, not to start this week, not to start next week, but that maybe in a month, if I think that guy could be a better option than what I got, whether it's bringing Matt Ryan out of retirement, where it's getting Colin Kaepernick 7 years later because he's an athlete, or RG3, or Malik, Cunningham, who is a great athlete, who's a rookie. You're rolling your head. Leroy, what do you want to do? They should give up and not try to get better at the position?
No.
Okay.
But do you understand what you're saying? You're saying that you're going to go get Colin Kaepernick, who haven't played in 7 years.
It's nuts, I know.
Or Matt Ryan. Or Carson Wentz. You're telling me they're going to do better? You know how many teams needed a quarterback this year, and they said, no, thank you, we'll pass.
You don't think those guys are better than P.J. Walker?
Too?
You don't think those guys are better than P.J. Walker?
No!
All right, we'll
absolutely
agree to
not. You know why? You know why? Because he's on the NFL team, and they sitting their ass at home.
Fair point.
And you just assuming that those guys could play better while the people all around the league, 32 teams, nobody thought these guys were good enough to be on the NFL team.
Well, let's face it, Colin Kaepernick's not in that conversation. He
hasn't played in 7 years. We complain about
we just complain about
Deshaun Watson not playing for
I know that. Leroy, calm down. I know Colin Kaepernick's extreme. It's nuts. I get it.
Though.
I get it. It's nuts. Matt Ryan just played last year. Matt Ryan, let me just finish.
See Matt Ryan? Oh, my God.
I saw Matt Ryan complete 67% of his passes on a bad Colts team and throw more touchdowns than picks. P.J. Walker has thrown, one touchdown and 8 picks?
Where that boy stats at?
No, he's thrown 1 touchdown and 5 picks. DTR has thrown no touchdown and 3 picks. I understand your outrage, Leroy, but I'll go a step further.
They're extreme
I'm not calling Matt Ryan. My first call is to Tom Brady. So go off on me now.
Hey, Leroy, listen.
Funny. All of us said that's the first call we're making.
Can I just say this?
Sure.
Yeah.
Y'all don't like me today. Y'all got together and say let's mess with Leroy.
Well, we figured because he was a Michigan man, you'd be all for it.
Hey, look, and you, hey, Leroy,
Brady, no, you can go play quarterback.
Hey,
No.
Listen, I want you. Hey, throw me on the pile too. Go get me Nick Foles. Go get me P.J. Walker. Under no circumstances, I do not want to see P.J. Walker play no more.
And the reason P.J. Walker has a job and not Matt Ryan is because P.J. Walker is playing for the league minimum, and Matt Ryan wouldn't play for the league. If Matt Ryan were willing to pay for the league minimum, somebody would have had him on the team.
You want P.J. Walker?
Can I say this? Can I say this?
Yeah.
At this point, if there's a team that's in contention and need a quarterback bad enough, money is no damn option.
True, but who else needs a quarterback?
Okay, so you think that any of these teams, and I'm including the Browns, haven't looked at all the different scenarios? So here's what you got. I want all you guys to explain. To do this, okay? What's happening with Joshua Dobbs is an anomaly. That this dude has come in. He's come in. And on Wednesday, and he takes them to 2 wins and looks phenomenal.
Yeah.
That's an anomaly.
Agreed.
Okay, hold on. So you're telling me you got a guy that's been in your system all year. You can go and get another quarterback to come in and be better than he would be?
Leroy, they're one touchdown and 8 interceptions combined.
So in this system, in this offense, what quarterback can you bring in that's not going to take a month?
And you know what, Leroy, you may be right. You may be right, but what you got to at least kick the tires, don't you?
What does it cost you to bring somebody in?
I'm saying they probably had a bunch of conversations, and they probably got to the conclusion of this. What are our choices? We can bring in a quarterback that's never been in this system and ask Kevin Stefanski and the offensive coordinator and whoever the offensive coaches are to try to get him up to speed as quick as possible, and it'll take anywhere from 3 weeks to a month.
So what? That's enough time.
And wait. Yeah. And that's just getting him up to speed. We ain't even talking about the talent of these guys that been sitting at home.
Right, but Leroy, Matt Ryan did play in Shanahan's system, which is very similar to Stefanski's system, in fairness.
Do you realize what you're saying right now?
But Leroy, let me ask you this. And I'm not saying you're wrong. Listen, you know what you're talking about. You may be right. I'm desperate. The Browns may be desperate. They weren't desperate before this week. But you don't think it's possible that if they sign Matt Ryan today, that a month from now, he could give you better quarterback play than P.J. Walker? You don't think that's possible?
No. You know why? Because he's old as hell.
Who cares?
I don't know what y'all think. Wonder if there was any chance that Matt Ryan could play football, he'd still be playing football. Stop making it sound like, he's just sitting at home chilling.
We don't think it's a great option. Right. There's no great option.
Well, Tom is Leroy. Tom is sitting
Tom is ready. You know Tom is ready. Come on.
I mean, my question is, what does it cost you?
Yeah,
It don't cost you nothing. It don't cost you nothing to bring somebody in and put him behind him.
And Matt Ryan's 38. Let's not talk about him like he's Brady's age.
Oh, all right, guys. I give. Y'all to beat me down. I'm going right now. I'm going here. I'm gonna get off of here.
We did it.
I'm gonna get off of here and go hit the pappy.
What if we bring back Bernie? Should we bring back Bernie, Leroy?
And who gonna hold him up?
We'll bring back you to hold him up
too.
No.
You got one carrier game in you?
I want to. So let me ask.
Zero his old statement. If you need, if you need one, I'll give you 3. If you need 5, I'll give you 3.
Yeah.
Now it's if you need 1, I'll get you minus 3.
Hey, I might have one carry in me, but I don't have one tackle in me.
Leroy, you know what the crazy part about this game is? No matter who's starting this game, this is crazy. This is how well the Browns is playing at home with the defense. They can start DTR or P.J. Walker.
I'm still picking the Browns.
And the Browns is not losing this game.
I'm picking the Browns.
Bingo! That's my point.
They're not losing.
But I think we all agree.
Here's what you're doing. Here's what you're doing.
Yeah.
you're almost insulting the rest of those guys on that team with what they've done the last few weeks by saying the only way we can win is if we get a good quarterback.
Well,
based
Leroy,
on what you've seen these guys do.
But there's a difference, Leroy. We can pick them at home in a battle of 6 and 3s against an offensively challenged football team. But
it's going to
the
get
goal
tougher.
here isn't just to beat
Correct.
Pittsburgh. The goal is to
Correct.
make the playoffs and make some noise. And
Correct.
to do that,
Now,
DTR and PJ Walker aren't it.
yeah, this may be true. But of all the options you just talked about, neither are any of them.
Who you calling then?
Because
Because they got to call somebody.
No, they don't.
No,
they're going to add
he
another
said they added
quarterback.
a
Andrew Berry said in the news conference earlier this morning they are going to add a quarterback to the room.
Somebody off the
And
practice squad.
I promise you he'll be 30 or less.
Oh, that's what I-
He ain't going to be an old guy.
You sound just
So
like
what about
I
Malik
said.
Cunningham? Let's go with him.
But I'm just saying, like, to bring in, like, understand what you're asking somebody to do. And it's unfortunate, and the situation sucks, and it's terrible, right? Nobody wants to be in this situation. But grasping at straws ain't the answer, right? Here's the problem with this franchise, and I'm glad that they're not at that point right now. Soon as the first sign of anything bad happens, everybody wants drastic change. And I know you don't like the guys they have, okay? And I'm telling you that the Browns can win some football games and they going to look ugly.
Yeah.
I'm not even saying that. But I'm telling you, the best chance of the Browns winning and staying as close to who they are right now is rolling with the guys in that room.
All right.
Leroy.
Well, that's
Fair
what
enough,
they're
man.
going to do that anyway, which is what I said, but no
Yeah.
one, you know.
Thanks, Leroy.
Hey, like we just,
Well, I'm down again in December to talk about that.
y'all went back into the Wayback Machine. Hey, Joe Montana, I seen him holding a Guinness. He could probably throw a football.
I'd rather have him than PJ Walker.
No, you wouldn't.
Nah, that's true.
No, you wouldn't. We just saw that commercial with all them old players.
That's a great commercial, by the way.
It is.
Great
Right.
commercial.
That's who y'all want that quarterback.
Dude, we need to have a Browns version of that commercial
We
with
do.
you and
That'd be-
Bernie.
Yeah, that's a great
and a couple
idea.
other guys. We need to do that.
It's a great
I think
idea.
our show should produce that commercial.
I'm down.
I want to do a
we get
reality
Bernie,
show.
we get Leroy. Who else do we get?
Hey.
Metcalf, maybe?
Yep.
Who gonna help me put my uniform on?
We love you,
Bye,
Leroy. We'll
Leroy.
talk to you next week,
See you,
man.
buddy.